Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Matty Reacts, the channel where I take a look at things I've never watched or listened to before. And today is a momentous occasion because it's the first trailer that I'm looking at on the channel. I've been waiting for something that I'm interested in to drop. I don't want it to be just sort of something that I've got no tie to. So it's a show that I have watched the first two seasons of, really enjoyed. And the third season and final season is coming up, and they've released the trailer for season 3 of Young Royals, the Netflix original. I can't wait, to be honest. Really enjoyed both seasons so far. I was already a big fan of Heartstopper, and in a lot of ways, Young Royals is like the antithesis to Heartstopper. So Heartstopper started off. I mean, it got a bit darker in season 2, but it's kind of a light area take on a young gay relationship. And Young Royals, on the other hand, is kind of a darker look. There's a lot more. There's a lot more drinking. There's a lot more alcohol. There's a lot more openly sexual stuff. Obviously, they are a bit older in this than they are in Heartstopper, so that makes sense. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first two seasons, and I actually enjoyed it so much that I started learning Swedish for a little bit on Duolingo because I really enjoyed the sound of the language that was used. I haven't watched anything Young Royals since I finished binging season 2 when it was released, though, so I may have forgotten some details. All I know is that the cliffhanger at the end of season 2 was that Willem came out openly on a live speech about his feelings for Simon. So let's see what happens now they're open and out, and let's see how everyone reacts, I guess. Here we go.
Hur har du drömt att det ska vara? Jag kan visa dig.
Yep. Carries on in the same vein as the last two. Yeah, I had a feeling that they would go down the sort of privacy route, and that Simon would maybe be. I mean, it already happened when the sex tape leaked in, was that season one? But now that it's kind of official rather than just a rumor, it's going to be even worse for Simon and his family.
Skriver du idag?
Ville kommer tillbaks idag bara.
Bro, det är ju så stor grej.
Oh, and now they're facing school.
Det är så konstigt att jag vill ha ett någorlunda normalt liv.
Wilhelm, en dag kommer du att bli en fantastisk kung.
Jag vet ju att det är lite spänt mellan dig och August.
We don't like August.
Jag älskar monarkin. Du kommer aldrig vara en del av min familj.
Om du tror att jag kommer låta dig ta över så kan du glömma det. Du är inte kung än.
Right, so August is still going to be the bad guy.
Monarkin? Jag säger bara att jag har sett hur det får dig att må.
Hela skolans framtid hänger på den här utredningen.
Investigation.
Hillerska kan tvingas stänga med omedelbar verkan.
What's this about?
Men vi kan inte ha såna här skandaler mer. Så ska du kunna ta över efter mig.
Vad händer om jag inte vill det?
Det finns en ökad hotbild mot kronprinsen.
So, the thing with trailers, right, is they quite often want to keep a lot of the good stuff to be a surprise for the show. And I've found that Netflix especially like to do that. They don't like to put too much in the trailers. They didn't with Heartstopper season 2 either. So far, it kind of looks like they're just going to be covering the same ground in a slightly different perspective now that everything is out in the open. I hope it doesn't just stick to that, because I don't know if I can do another season where it's just Villa saying to his mum that he doesn't know if he wants to be the king Simon saying, well, don't be it then, or do be it, or whatever, and that sort of being the theme. It looks like that's still an undercurrent, as it should be, because that's obviously going to be a big talking point. But I hope there's a little bit more that drives it, that we're just not seeing yet. I mean, we've still got another minute of the trailer left, so we could see some more. But yeah, I mean, it just looks like a continuation of what is already a very good show. With it being the final season, though, I want to see that. I want to see it step up a level. But obviously, they're not going to give away anything too massive in the trailer. Especially, I don't think this is due out for another month or two. Especially not this early. Maybe the last trailer. Maybe they'll release another trailer just before everything drops. What I do know they're doing with this one is they're releasing every episode except the finale on the launch day, and then the finale is getting its own release exactly 1 week later. So everybody, even if they binge watch the rest of this season, will have to wait until a week after to see the finale anyway. Let's see what else comes up in the last minute of the trailer.
Allt du gör nu representerar mig och kungahuset. Jag försöker alltid finnas där för honom. Men vad jag än gör så blir det fel. Kärlek borde inte vara så svårt.
Hur kommer man över sin bästa vän?
Jag saknar inte så jävla mycket att det gör ont.
Oh yeah, I forgot that those two broke up at the end of the season. Oh, and she reported him to the police. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. She reported him to the police, and but the drugs that he had and that were going to get involved were Simon's dad's, which means Simon is likely to get in trouble from that. I wonder if that's the investigation and the scandal that was referred to actually earlier, rather than, I was thinking initially they might still be talking about the video being released, but I don't think it is. I think it is now. It's going to be those drugs that Simon stole from his dad and that August had and was blackmailing them with last season. Yeah.
Inte igen dig. Kan vi inte bara skita i allt som har hänt? Bara för ikväll.
One big blowout. Oh, look at that scene. Oh, March the 11th. Yeah. So it's pretty much a month away then. Yeah. Like I say, it looks a little bit samier than I was hoping for, but at the same time, what we've already had from the first two seasons was very good. So at least if it is samey, it's going to be of a good quality. I'm just hoping that there's something that pushes it a little bit higher for the final season. I'm sure there will be. It's been really good writing so far. The actors are all incredible. Especially the main two. They're so believable. Even for me as an English speaker rather than a Swedish speaker, they still get that same reaction, that same level of emotion across, even in a language that I don't understand. And I was one of those people who did watch the English dub the first time round, but I soon realised that even though it was the same actors giving the dub performance, it just wasn't the same. So the second season I watched it is the English subtitles, but the original Swedish audio. And I also rewatched season 1 with the original Swedish audio before watching season 2, just to get the full effect. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is definitely one of those shows that needs a planned and succinct ending. So I'm glad that they're not dragging it on for too long. But they could have gone for maybe another couple of seasons. But actually, if it is getting a bit samey, then maybe they've made the right decision. Because if it's about the royal family, it's always going to be about his ascension to the throne or non-ascension to the throne. So I suppose there are only so many angles you can look at that side of things from. And maybe all of the the main plot points will come from outside of that viewpoint this season. I hope so. Right. Well, thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you again in the next one.